One that's repping, oh my god, if I die, I'm a legend when they lay me.
Yo, DragooX is back and welcome to another video here on my channel, guys. And today I am here with a new Necromancer build for you. And yeah, I can't believe what I say now, but this class with that build together is finally good again. Only good because it's definitely not so broken like a Zerg or a Nightblade, but it's good. And the most important thing is, it's a lot of fun to play. I enjoyed this class in the last days so much, and I definitely will play it more. And yeah, this is simply, why is the Necro stronger now? This is simply because the new abilities that we have here. Yeah, I mean, you can see we only have 3 Necro abilities slotted. So the Necro abilities, yeah, I think they are not so strong. Only one skill. And this is the second thing that carries that class right now. And that's the Blast Bomb. The Blast Bomb hits like a truck, and this makes so much fun to play. When you hit the combo with the Blast Bomb, Mage gets skill into the Dawnbreaker, and then you spin. This simply shreds the enemies. It's so strong. It's fat AoE damage, so perfect for Zyro. And yeah, guys, what should I say? This class is fun. Not broken, but fun. And I show you now a picture of the fully buffed Blast Bombs. Yeah, when I'm fully buffed up by myself, I nearly have 23k tooltip of the Blast Bomb by itself. And then on top of that, we have the disease status effect here with another proc, another AoE proc that deals damage. I would say fully buffed. You can't see the damage numbers there, but I would say it's around 2k fully buffed. So we hit nearly 25k tooltip on the Blast Bomb. And with another buff that we also get, it is not showing up in the tooltip. This is the Shattering Knife here with the 8% damage from the it's the Traveling Knife skill with the Various Opportunity Signature script. We get another 8%. So I'm too lazy to calculate it now, but another 8% on nearly 25k damage. I would say this is a lot. Yeah, we simply say this is a lot and stronger than the most people have damage on their ultimates, and we have it on the Blast Bomb, on a skill that we can shoot every few seconds, every 3 seconds or something like that. Yeah, that's mad. So guys, I would say don't forget to like and subscribe, and we go now into the stats of this build. We start here with the attribute points, and I'm going here with 4 points into Magicka, 44 in health and 16 in stem. 4 points in Magicka, I simply want to have minimum 16k Magicka here for all my Magicka abilities, and that's the reason for it. When you are other race, I'm in Imperial here, so I get extra maximum health and stem. When you play other race, you maybe have to spend the points a bit different. You can play also Orc or Dark Elf if you want. I think with a race where you get sustained like Imperial, you can play full damage Jewelry enchantment, and when you play Orc, for example, and you have a bit struggle with the sustain, then simply put 1 region enchantment on the Jewelry and it's fine, because yeah, you replace then the passives from the race a bit, because Orc gets, for example, weapon and spell damage, Imperial not, but I get sustain, so I can play full damage on enchantment, and you as an Orc or Dark Elf, you get weapon spell damage from your race. So maybe you use 1 region enchantment on your Jewelry to get the sustain with that. Okay. Now I show you a picture of the fully buffed stats. Yeah, what should I say? The recovery is super high. We need it on a Necro. Necro don't have so good passives for the sustain like some other classes. So it's definitely needed to have some good Magicka and stem recovery. Weapon and spell damage. Yeah, weapon damage 6.7k. Really good. Critical, we are not playing on crit in this build, you will see why. Not important, only for the heals a bit. 10, super high, super good. Physical and spell resistance is normal, I guess, and critical resistance as well. The buff food that I'm using here is the Ortzuger Gold food, and I'm a Vampire stage 3, and I'm using the Lava Mundo Stone. Okay, These are the stats. Now we take a look onto the sets that I'm using here. And on the front bar, I'm going here with 2 maces of the Dagon set. And this set simply works so great on this Necro build. But first, I have here in the main hand a non-horned one with a physical damage enchantment. And the offhand is sharpened with a disease damage enchantment. Dagon gives us 2 times weapon and spell damage, maximum stamina, and 500 weapon and spell damage to our area of effect abilities. And when we take a look on our skills, Blast bonus AoE, the new Mage Kit skill is AoE, Spin to win is AoE, Shattering Knife with the multi-target focus, the second hit is AoE, only the first one is single target, but the second hit, the stronger hit, is AoE, Dawnbreaker is AoE. Every of our skills is AoE. Dagon is a non-proc set. I know we are on a proc meta with Tarnished and everything, but in my opinion, this set works so much better for that combo, because when you play Tarnished, and I tried it, it can be good when the timing is right, but sometimes you simply proc it with a light attack before or something because you crit. And like I said, we not really want to play on crit in this build. There are also other proc sets, but in my opinion, nothing was better that I tried than Dagon. It's simply fat base damage, increasing the blast bone damage by a lot. Dawnbreaker, everything that we need is increased by a lot, and this is simply more reliable because we don't have to wait for a proc or something, and we can spam our skills to hold the pressure up as well. And yeah, this is why Dagon is, in my opinion, the best set here. On the back bar, Ice Staff of Wretched Vitality in defending with a weapon and spell damage enchantment. Wretched Vitality, you all know it, gives us a lot of sustain, a lot of recovery. That's why we're using it here. Monster set, Barlock, I think all of you should know this as well. Gives us tons of weapon and spell damage and pen. I'm going in this build 3 heavy, 2 light, 2 medium. All body pieces are with a tri-stat multi-effect enchantment. The 3 heavy pieces here, the trainee chest here for more maximum health, and the 3 heavy pieces are here in reinforced for a bit more armor. The light belt here of Wretched Vitality is an impen, and then I have 3 pieces well fitted light hands here, medium legs, and shoes from Dagon, all well fitted here, these 3. Jewelry, I said it already, infused with weapon and spell damage, and extra magicka recovery. One is Wretched Vitality, the other one is Dagon here. And Malakat. This is the mythic that we are using. Malakat. I think for a lot of people this mythic is a bit underrated. They forgot it or something, I don't know. Because I can't really see it that often anymore. I think the people think it's not meta and then they don't play it. But it's still strong. 16% extra damage on everything. This is a bit more than Major and Minor Berserk would give you together. And a while ago I tested it already and compared it with Sea Serpent, and it was only slightly weaker than Sea Serpent. The only bonus that you would have with Sea Serpent is that you still have the crit damage. But when you not play on crits anyway and you don't have good crit damage, when we take a look here on the stats, 4%, yeah, minus 50 because of Malakat, so we have 4% with the psychic skill active. We only have 14, plus the 50% base critical damage for sure. But this is still not a lot when in PvP everyone have crit resistance and people using Rallying Cry and that things. You literally have not real crit damage, maybe a bit extra damage, but then we still have only, with a pod active, 25% critical chance. This is also not a lot. So when we crit, it's only slightly stronger than a normal attack. This is not worth it in my opinion. And that's why Malakat gives us flat 16% on everything. We don't need lucky crits or something. And this is the reason why Malakat is in my opinion the best mythic here. Something like the new one, the Saint in the Seducer, is also okay. You can also use it, but it's a bit RNG and some of the buffs are not really needed in that build. And like I said, it's a bit RNG. The only helpful, very helpful things are here the Major Berserk and the Major Courage could be helpful. But Courage is also weaker than Malakat. Berserk is 10%, but you could still crit. I don't know. In my opinion, Malakat is simply the best here, and that's why I'm using it. Now we take a look onto the skills. I'm going here on the front bar with the Blighted Blast Bones. The new Mage Guild skill, I show it in the scribing here. It's the Ulf skill with flame damage, and signature script I'm going here with Warrior's Opportunity. Ethics script, Intellect and Endurance. The next skill is the Spirit Guardian. Whirling Blades, the good old reliable spin to win. Shattering Knife, it's also a new scribing skill. It's the Traveling Knife with the Focus script multi-target. Signature script also Warrior's Opportunity. Another 8% damage on all our skills, because everything that we have gets buffed by it. Only the Mage Guild skill not, but all the other skills are also 8% stronger when we have this off on or debuff on the enemy. And the Minor Berserk here, another 5% damage increase. And the Dawnbreaker. You can also use the Atro, the Colossus. When you play solo, go with Dawnbreaker. This is your main stun here in this build. The Colossus, when you play group PvP, I think I don't have to say, guys, the Colossus is mad. Yeah, it's fat damage, applies major vulnerability on the enemies. Yeah, but more something in group PvP, and when you play solo or duo, the most of the time the Dawnbreaker is helpful with the stun. That's why I'm using it, and it's good for the combo as well. Backbar, Temporary Guard. In a group, you can also put the Atro here if you want. The resistance buff, I'm going here now with the morph that pulls the enemies every 2 seconds, or one enemy every 2 seconds. This is simply because when I played solo or duo and we was fighting a lot of sniper and we don't have a stun here in this build, only the ultimate, it's sometimes annoying to catch them, or Zorgs when they streak away and shoot on you, and then it's helpful to pull them to you, yeah, then you can attack them. In a group I would use the other morph, that you don't steal the stun sometimes, yeah, then because the weakness is you stun them and maybe you can't stun them then with your Dawnbreaker, for example, or in a group when you have someone that wants to stun the enemies and they can't then because you pulled them with that skill. So in a group maybe the other morph, but solo and duo or something like that, you can also use the pull morph if you want. Race Against Time, Resoaring Rigor, the Elemental skill here for the major breach and the status effects, and Healing Soul. Also a new scribing skill. This skill is literally, it's good already for a lot of other builds or other classes, but for Necro it's so much better, because normally with the Necro burst here you apply minor defi on yourself and you lose 6% healing, and here with that skill we get healing here with the healing script. Then we have the Druid script here for the 1k Magicka and stem back. And then we are using Vitality. So instead of getting 6% heal debuff with the Necro burst here, we get major Vitality here, 12% more healing. So at the end for Necro, it's not 12%, it's basically 18% more healing done. And that's why, even if this skill is sometimes a bit annoying in my opinion, because it's often so random which person it heals. And when there are random players around you, sometimes you heal them, even if you're low on health. I don't know, it feels sometimes a bit weird, that skill. But the thing that I like, that I say it here, that you normally have minor defi and here you get major Vitality, yeah, I think this is too good to not to use on a Necro. Okay, champion points, blue CPs. We are going here with Master at Arms for more direct damage, Biting Aura for more AoE damage, Ironclad and Resilience. Red CPs, Boundless Vitality, Pain's Refuge, Relentlessness and Celerity. Okay guys, this is the build, and if you have questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, what should I say guys, this class is finally playable and a lot of fun again. You should definitely give it a try, and we see us in the next video. Have a nice day and bye bye.